Why the zodiac signs struggle to or never find true love. Do you even believe in true love? Because it's quite possible that you don't believe in true love or the traditional version, the modern version of true love. I guess the modern version of true love isn't traditional so much anymore, but you know what I mean? Like, for example, if you're an Aquarius, you may need a version of love where there's some sense of detachment, or like you may work best in a relationship where your partner travels a lot, you're not always together, maybe you lived in separate homes or something like that, you don't always sleep together, like there's always going to be that element there that's a bit non-traditional or unconventional in your relationship. But if you're not an Aquarius, it could be that you're actually seeking true love, wanting true love, and you just haven't found it yet for whatever reason. In this video, I don't know, I hope to debunk some reasons why you have not found true love, possibly, or one of the main reasons why you haven't found true love. I myself am a Capricorn, so, I hope to get to the bottom of that in this video because I am single as well. But hopefully not for long after this video. Thank you for listening and watching. If you enjoyed this video or if you don't, like it, alright? Make sure you share with your friends and family. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit that bell as many times as you need to next to the subscribe button so that you get a notification whenever I go live and I upload a brand new video. And I am an astrologer as well as a psychic tarot reader. My name is Lamarr Townsend if you're new to my channel. So if you would like your own personal, private, confidential psychic tarot reading from me or an astrology birth chart reading from me, then make sure you check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com, spelled just like my YouTube name, so you can get your own personal reading. And if you like me, enough, or if you like me even more, make sure you follow me on my social media pages. At Lamarr Townsend is my Instagram handle, LamarrTownsend, 2 R's at the end of my first name, and Lamarr Townsend Tarot on Facebook, alright? By the way, if you hear noises in the background, please disregard them. I am filming a video on my windowsill, so of course you're going to hear noises from the outside. Alright, some reasons why the zodiac signs haven't found true love quite yet. Well, one of the main reasons why you haven't found true love is because you haven't mastered yourself. That is one of the number one reasons I find that, and like I said, I'm a psychic tarot reader, an astrologer. I have tons of people, weekly, monthly, yearly, coming to me daily, asking questions about love. When am I going to find love? When am I going to get married? When am I going to have children? When am I going to find the man of my dreams? When am I going to find the woman of my dreams? When am I going to find the one? When am I going to find my soulmate? When am I going to find my twin flame? It's just like, I want to ask, have you mastered yourself first? What I mean by have you mastered yourself first is what, do you know yourself? Like, do you love yourself? Because the relationship that you have with yourself, I'm not pointing at you, I'm also pointing at me. The relationship you have with yourself sets the tone for the relationships that you have with other people. Now, I'm putting myself in this situation in your same boat because, like I said, I'm single and I've been single for the larger part of my life. And I would say it's just now, recently, that I've mastered myself, truly mastered myself, meaning figuring out what I like and what I don't like, figuring out what my passions are, what my passions aren't, figuring out where my passions lie and where my focus lies, figuring out, do I love myself? How do I love myself? What does loving myself even look like? These are all things you need to figure out by mastering yourself, mastering the relationship with yourself first before you get in a relationship with anyone else or can have a successful relationship with anyone else. Because I also want to add, even my friendships have suffered because of my inability to master myself first. So you may find that, as you get older, or as you learn to master yourself, the relationships that you had prior to you mastering yourself may shift or evolve or just completely be obliterated after mastering yourself and really figuring out, who you are. Because we have to think about it in the sun's terms. The sun, is typically, the number one placement in our birth charts that people, associate ourselves with, or people associate you with when we speak of zodiac and astrology, right? So when someone asks you, and I mention this a lot in my videos, when someone asks you, what's your zodiac sign, what they're really asking is, what is your sun sign? And the sun is all about self-mastery, shining, just enough light on every aspect of our own lives, maybe every aspect of other people's lives, because that's also the sun. That's, creativity, that's, artistry, that's, an actor, an actress, it's music, touching other people's lives. But mastering yourself first, that's the key. Well, that just means I just got a Snapchat message. But you know, the sun is all about mastering yourself, mastering thyself, you know, putting, you know, enough light on each aspect of your life so that, you know, each aspect of your life has, you know, a chance to grow and evolve, and so that you can, you know, tend to your roots and tend to your, you know, the seeds that you've sown. This is all the sun, you know. It's also important to mention that the sun is also, it rules our romantic life. It also rules, you know, like I said, our creativity, but it more so rules our romantic life in like the first stages of romance. You know, the beginning stages when you first meet someone, in the courting stage. And this is often, you know, the stage where a lot of people fall off, you know, when, you know, they haven't mastered themselves. You know, you may find that you have a lot of trouble with, you know, meeting someone, and, you know, things seem great at first. That passion, that fire, aka, you know, the sun meeting the sun moment, and a compatibility, you know, energy we're speaking of, right? Like two people's suns are attracted to each other. That's like, you know, an initial attraction kind of. Could also be, you know, that your Venus is attracted to that person's Venus, but, you know, nonetheless, let's just keep it simple, stupid, right? But, you know, sure, that initial attraction is there, things seem great, but then things seem to like die off. And it could be that you're looking to this other person to give you meaning, to give you validation, to give you some sort of, you know, figuring out who you are. And this is where low self-esteem comes from, and, you know, that type of thing. But we're just speaking in terms of astrology, in terms of the zodiac signs, right? So this is why it's so important, basically, to master yourself, to love yourself. That's why they always say that, you know, self-love is so important. You can't love anyone else first. You can't love anyone else if you don't love yourself first, you know, and that's self-mastery. So how does this play into each of the zodiac signs? Well, you know, each of the zodiac signs has a way of expressing themselves, has a way of, you know, manifesting, has a way of, you know, exploring the world. So if you're an earth sign, this is mastery in the form of, you know, being able to provide for yourself, especially if you are a Capricorn. You know, you're all about, you know, being sustaining, being, being able to create a life on your own. You have to master yourself first in terms of being able to provide for yourself, being able to, you know, get out there and make a name for yourself, you know, and maybe not put love so much on a pedestal, you know, put yourself on the pedestal first. Same with a Virgo, you know, putting yourself first. You know, Virgo has a tendency to be very self-serving. Taurus, you know, has this thing where they want perfection in love, but you also want genuineness and authenticity. So you have to find that authentic part of you, Taurus, just as much as, you know, Capricorn and Virgo have to find that authentic part of them. But Taurus, you also have to find what your true passions are, where your true passions lie, because Virgo and Capricorn can be more so the type to go, you know, their passion can be more so making money. Taurus loves money, but, you know, Taurus has to also love what they do when it comes to making money. But all in all, it's about making yourself happy. Sorry, there was someone walking by and like watching me. But okay, like if you're a fire sign, for example, this is all about expressing yourself and, you know, coming to terms with yourself, especially if you're Leo, because Leo's ruled by the sun, right? So this is expressing yourself, you know, coming to terms with that, mastering that expression of yourself. Same with Sagittarius. This is expression of yourself through your life, through, you know, your life purpose, through your creativity. You know, Sagittarius is all about our beliefs and our personal philosophies. If you're an Aries, this is the same thing, expressing yourself with no inhibitions, you know, no fear of judgment, no fear of other people's opinions or things like that. That can be a good thing or a bad thing, by the way. When it comes to being a water sign, this is all about mastering your emotions, okay? Mastering your emotions, mastering, you know, not letting your emotions get the best of you, especially if you're Cancer or Scorpio, all right? But, you know, if you're Pisces, it's kind of the same thing, but it's also about having that boundary between your emotions and other people's emotions, and not feeling like you have to control or win people over when it comes to their emotions, you know, things like that. Same thing with Scorpio and Cancer, but, you know, it's all about mastery of your emotions. But mastery of self, your emotions is yourself. Lastly, you know, it's, you know, air signs. This is mastery over your mind, all right? Mastery over your communication, how you communicate your thoughts and your ideas and how you express yourself, especially if you're a Gemini, especially if you're a Libra, especially if you are a Aquarius as well. But we could go even deeper, and this could be mastery of relationships, you know, especially if you're an Aquarius and a Libra, because you're all about relationships and friendships. But this is also about, mastering yourself in relationships and friendships as well. But we're speaking in terms of love, so let's keep it focused on love. The reason why you have not found love possibly yet, whether you're an air sign, fire sign, water sign, or an earth sign, is because you have not yet mastered yourself. Master yourself first. Learn how to love yourself. Learn to learn to love. Figure out what love looks like to you. Learn to love every aspect of yourself. Learn what you like and what your dislikes are. Learn what your true passions are. Go after your true passions. And if you don't like something about yourself, change it. If you can't change it, learn to accept it. This is all mastering yourself. Once you master yourself, I promise you, your love life is going to get so much better. Like, I really, really promise you. As a Capricorn, I had to learn to master myself by, like I was saying, being independent and, learning how to allocate my own money, how to make my own money. And now I'm living, I'm living alone, funding my own apartment, funding my own lifestyle, whatever this lifestyle may be, right? Like, I can afford my own life. I can pay my own bills. I can pay my own rent. I can pay all my own bills, and it's still trial and error. It's mastery of self. But I, as a Capricorn sun, cannot feel like I can be in a relationship with someone else if I have not yet mastered myself. And like I said, I feel like I'm finally learning to master myself, or I'm finally mastered myself. And of course, mastering yourself is a lifelong process, but I feel like I have a good, hold on mastering myself enough that I actually feel like I can be in a relationship right now. So, I'm getting out there, and hopefully, soon I find, me a nice boyfriend, honey. And then I won't be single no more. All right? I love you guys, and I hope you got something out of this video. Remember, it's all about mastering yourself. And mastering yourself comes with loving yourself, comes with putting yourself first. So I love you guys. I hope you got something out of this video. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell, and like the video, and also follow me on my social media pages. And lastly, if you want your own personal reading, high five, contact me for your own personal reading on my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. Thank you for allowing me to be silly, and I hope you go out there and find love. But I hope, most importantly, you master yourself first.